Basically an empty room, as you can see. I'm moving out. He's making my closet the new production closet. That's the thing with all our stands. But that's not the point of this video. While I'm moving out, packing up all my stuff, etc., I realized that I have had the privilege to use 3 different hard shell cases to carry camera gear, tech, etc., etc. The trusty dusty Pelican 1510 that everyone knows, the tried and true. This is the most popular one. As you can see, I got it all stickered up. Then we got the, I believe this is the Apache 5800. This was like the, is that what it's called? Yeah, the Apache 5800. This is like the budget version of this. This is actually sold at Harbor Freight. It's only like $99. This is like a good alternative, and you know, I used it for a while and it was great for me, but I don't use it anymore for reasons we'll get into. And then last, the new Nanuk 935. Struggling over here. This always gets checked by TSA because they think it's a weapon. They think it's a rifle. So
weapon of ass destruction.
Let's start with the Apache 5800. This is the cheapest. Like I said, this is $99 at Harbor Freight. You still have to pay to get like the inserts and the insides of it. This was great. I love this. This was amazing until it wasn't. As you can see, an entire wheel fell off. So don't use this anymore, because it doesn't even balance. But outside of that, I mean, it was pretty good. I don't think it's the most beautiful thing with all these like crosses on it as well. I like something a little more plain and minimal, like these other two. Not that big of a deal. Outside of the wheel falling off, it was great, but now that the wheel fell off, would not get it again. Next up is the one that most people are familiar with, and that is this, the Pelican 1510. Now this right here, this is actually like my personal, it's the one I use for my personal camera gear. I think it's fine, it's good, but I do have one serious complaint about this. Don't know how well we can see that, but like, these latches are kind of like, I don't know, they're not the strongest things in the world. I feel like they could fall off. Right now, they're pretty secure because this is completely filled to the brim, so it's kind of like creating that tension, it's making this hole. But out of all of these, clamp-wise, latch-wise, these ones are the weakest. Like, I feel like these can just, look, see, that didn't take anything to come off right there. It didn't take anything to come off. This one's a little tighter, but I just don't like the looseness of it. I really don't. Outside of that, though, I kind of like how it's like stiff right there. It kind of has like 2 settings. It's like here, and then once it hits this point, it kind of like automatically snaps open. That's cool. Don't look at all that. That's a mess. That's a mess. But outside of that, I really do like this, again, just because it's nice, it's plain, it's simple. People kind of recognize too at this point, like if you have one of these, it's probably a weapon or camera gear. So it's cool when you see someone with the Pelican. It's kind of like that connection of like, hey, what do you do? Or hey, do you do camera stuff or photography or videography, etc. So yeah, really no issues with the Pelican. Just the clamps aren't the strongest. So yeah, it's okay, it's okay. And last but not least, the newest one. This one is actually the company camera box, the Nanuk 935. And I saved it last for a reason. This right here is crazy. It might be overkill for some people, but like the little bit of extra features that it has, I think makes it completely worth it. Let's just start with the things that were, I guess, flaws in these other 2 ones. Number 1, build quality. This thing is harder than a goddamn rock. I'm telling you, this one is like rock solid. 2, the most important thing is these clamps, the things that hold it in. Now, these are so good that like most people cannot get these open if they tried. So not only do you flip them up, because when you flip them up, it still doesn't open. You have to flip them up, push this down, and then pull them down again. So flip up, push down, do that, and then it opens. Which, by the way, look how sleek and nice this looks. Like, this is super cool. And then it comes with this, also this waterproof case, which you can just take out like that. Super dope. Again, once you open that up, of course, it's just a regular case. Again, it's super messy. We just got back from an 18-day trip. But yeah, like there is nothing opening this. Like, even if you try to open it, most people still don't know how to. We have problems sometimes because we'll go to open it and it'll be like, oh wait, no, you have to do it again. So it being super strong, number 1, and then you just not being able to open it, number 2, is already just kind of a reason I think that this thing is worth it. That also kind of makes it a little more theft proof, because again, you just can't open it. Some people, if you don't know how to do that second part, that second mechanism, you're not going to be able to open this thing. Number 3, if you look at these other 2 boxes, they have these typical little wheels that would be on a hard shell case. These tiny little wheels, right, which are fine. Oh my goodness. And then you look at these ones and you see these beast monster truck ass wheels they have on here, right? It's actually an option. Clearly we chose to get these, but if these don't for some reason, because all of these are clearly for flying, right? They're the size of a carry-on, so you can carry it on the plane with you. If it won't fit in the overhead bin on the plane, you can actually press this button down here, pull these off, and put it in this little net right here, which again, you can like, yeah, take that off too. And then it fits in the overhead bin. That is just genius. Whenever you're rolling these outside or over gravel, or not even gravel, but just really concrete that's a little rough, you can feel it grinding on your wheels, and I think that's what causes issues like this one back here, having the wheel completely fall off. Which is weird because we were actually indoors whenever that wheel fell off, so I don't know what the excuse was, but yeah, that's not an issue with these at all. Now the only problem is whenever you have these big wheels on, you look, it doesn't stand up properly. You see, Nanuk thought about that. They included this little lip right here. So when you flip it up, it stands up with the big wheels, no problem. And then lastly, when we look at these other two, we know how the mechanism works. You have to push this little tab and then pull it for this part to go up in order for you to drag it. So again, same thing with this. You have to push this and then do that, which these are a little wobbly. I think the Pelican is a bit more sturdy, but I don't really like either of those two too much. But with this one, you actually just press a button. So the reason I kind of like this better, kind of don't like it better, is because this usually, or sometimes can require two hands, or can be a little weird to like reach under here and kind of do that. When this is very, very easy and simple to do with one hand. You just press it with your thumb and then it comes right up. The reason I kind of don't like this though is because it's obviously catered towards right-handed people, which I'm right-handed myself, but again, I like to think about everyone on these types of things. So sometimes, you know, when I have something in my right hand and I'm like this at an airport or just moving around, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I have to do this little awkward thing, right? Nothing crazy, just a little quality of life thing, something to think about. Maybe putting a tab down here or in the middle or something a little more neutral. Also, another thing about this that I'm iffy, I don't really like too much, is with these. Again, they have these little flaps. They kind of just pop up. You grab them to carry them like this. Same thing, you just rotate it, carry it like that. This one, it has this kind of cool mechanism where it goes up and folds down like that. Very strong, very sturdy, but it is so damn loud. Sometimes you'll be in a situation and you'll just grab that thing and it'll just, and you're like, oh, and people will just look. So might be a way to like air cushion that or something, just so it's not so rigid and rugged sounding, you know, in a version 2. Something to think about. And then the very last thing I will say that I kind of am not the biggest fan of on the Nanuk in comparison to the other two. Most people who have production companies or media companies or businesses, typically they're gonna have a lot of camera gear at some point or another. So like you're not just gonna have one of these cases, you're gonna have many of them. When you look at these two, obviously they are very flat, especially this one. This is the best one for like being able to stack multiple cases on each other. By far. This one right here, although like you can stack them, you see it's very rounded. It has this part in the middle right here that actually comes out a little bit. It's just not like super flat like this. Like I'm sure you can see how you can stack a bunch of these on each other, no problem. Versus this, sometimes they can get the rolling around and moving and wobbling, and it can just get a little weird. This one again is pretty flat still, but with these little like rigid pieces like this, it's a little crazy. So again, I like this just because of how flat it is. So if I could change anything about this, it would be make it flat right here. Do something about that just to make it a little smoother. And this little thing right here, make it something way to where it's not just like right-handed. Oh my goodness, one thing I completely forgot to mention too. He hates me because he's setting up his the closet. So again, when you got these big wheels on right there and you lay it flat, it doesn't sit flush, it's leaning. So we have these peg legs right here. Flip them up. Boom, it's level. Voila, magic. Okay, thank you. Pricing wise, the Apache 5800, it is still $99.99 on Harbor Freight. Once again, great value. The only problem, I guess, is, like I said, the little wheel thing, and it comes just with the regular foam in it. So if you want to customize it with the padding or any of the netting in the lid, you have to buy that additionally. So I would say you're probably gonna spend like $150 to $180 all in on an Apache 5800 for a Pelican 1510 for what looks like just the bare bones version. Now at this point, it seems like you can get one for around $150, which is super cheap for that, or at least compared to what I thought. So that's a pretty good deal, I would say. Or if you want one all in, like with the padding and everything included, it looks like so on B&H I see one with the lid organizer and the yellow dividers in it for $375. Here's another option for $345. So somewhere between $150 and $350. I know that's a pretty crazy price range, but yeah, I guess it really just depends on what you want. And then last but not least, wow, this thing is on sale. You know, you remember how much you paid for that? $450, and now it's $337. So I don't know if it's still going to be on sale by the time you're watching this, but if you can get that Nanuk 935 for $337, I would go ahead and say if you're in the market, go ahead and pick that up, because that's a pretty crazy deal. We paid $450, $500 for it, so damn. But yeah, no, that's my review. Let me know what you think. Shout out to you for watching. Subscribe for more Tech Truth. See ya.